Anybody actually gonna be watching a Jake Paul fight? You guys want to do like a react stream? Like we just sit on here and everybody watches the Jake Paul fight and we just talk about it? Like the game wants to keep you at a certain numeral of ammo. They're making a Five Nights at Freddy movie. I don't feel exploited with remakes, man. The Dead Space remake is like one of my most played games so far this year. Like if they did DLC for it right now, like I wish they made a harder mode for Dead Space. Like make you play like, I don't know, impossible mode with double damage with, you know, half power nodes or some shit like that. Well, it's you gotta understand, like a lot of this like remakes is because like people don't want to end up like Ubisoft. Gaming costs a lot of money and almost every game's a risk. Like look at Visceral, people that made Dead Space, right? Visceral had Army of Two, Devil's Cartel fail, and then Dead Space 3 failed, and then they were put on Hardline failed, then they're out of business. One of the best survival horror series in a while.
With Marlene when you were bitten? No.
I'm an idiot.
Knowing her, I'm surprised she didn't shoot.
I'm an idiot. What was the other game studio that EA murdered? The problem with the problem with Visceral is like EA basically killed Visceral because Dead Space 3 would have been a hit if they gave it the proper budget and let Visceral do what they wanted to do with the series and not force them into like an action combat role. Like some reason at EA they thought Dead Space was better as an action game with a horror theme situation that Dead Space 1 was in. Like Dead Space 1 made the series. Dead Space 2 was considered the best. Dead Space 3 is considered the death of the series. I don't know for certain, but in my head, Dead Space 3 was like the birthplace of microtransactions. Like that's the first game I remember that for $5 you can Oblivion had horse armor. Yeah, but that was DLC. I know that's kind of like the same thing, right? Because like, you know, buying the Eviscerator pack or like the Tundra bundle was also DLC, but like $2 for bot voices. Here's like you can buy like Oblivion didn't sell you septums for money. Like Dead Space 3 sold you septums for money. You know what I'm saying? Because you could buy like upgrade materials and shit like that, and like chipsets, and you could pretty much max your character out the very first bench if you wanted to pay enough money. And the worst part about it is I remember Woody and Kyle did a Dead Space 3 Let's Play. I don't know if that's still out there anywhere, but they did a Dead Space 3 Let's Play, and like the first time Kyle hit a bench, he started buying shit. He's playing on normal, just buying shit. Like I'm like, Kyle, you did a Dead Space 1 LP, man. How you going out like this, homie? Thoughts on fries? I love them. I love me some French fries. Nah, Maddie, you didn't get banned. No barbecue, man. I've never platinumed this game.
Stay focused.
It's got multiplayer trophies. Blackout, are you off work today? Yeah, Last of Us 2 is amazing. I like it better than this game. There's a firefly pendant over there in the water. Hey, James, a second. I'm doing fine. Can't complain. I mean, it could be better, could be worse. There's a lot of people that got worse than I do. Nah, Last of Us 2 is the best third-person like narrative game ever made. In the TV show, they cuddled. I mean, she had a big old broken orbital bone, but you know, they cuddled. Dude, the Last of Us story is amazing. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the stories are tired. There should be a guy that comes into this room right here. Normally, he passed into this room. We could just move on right now. Ain't no achievement for like killing them all. You're actually pretty good at this game. I'm learning a decent amount watching you. The most important thing is, are you having fun playing? Yeah, I'm having fun playing, James. Like, what have you learned watching me play this game? Like, there's not really too much new. Bye, baby. Normally, you could just slip right on out. Don't, you motherfucker! Really? Really? Well, Call of Duty routes, you try to keep your...
Stay down. I don't know how many more there are.
You stay as low as possible. I know they saw me before I left, but they also lost me. Come check your boy out.
Fuck.
Yeah, the Jake Paul fight's tonight, isn't it? Anybody actually gonna be watching that Jake Paul fight? You guys want to do like a react stream? Like we just sit on here and everybody watches the Jake Paul fight and we just talk about it? Or is it tomorrow? It's not tonight. Why wouldn't it be tonight? Tonight's Saturday night, right? Like it'd be tonight. It would be Sunday night. Alright, I think that's where we're gonna stop The Last of Us right now. We've been going for almost 2 hours. It is. Yeah, I guess it is tomorrow. I mean, I've already platinumed the Dead Space. Dude, I've beaten this game so many damn times. I wish it was a harder platinum than it is. Even then, only 2.5% players have gotten it. Like, I never understood this shit, right? Like, to get a trophy list, you got to actually fire the game up. So, like, only 82.6% of people made it through Chapter 1. So, 18% of the people that played this game on PlayStation didn't even complete Chapter 1. Let's go down, like beat the game. So only a third of the people who bought it actually beat the game. Is it an easy platinum? It's easy for me, but like there is that one, Untouchable. 3.5% players complete the game on Impossible mode, which has a permadeath mode, which is funny because like you see right here, I got the New Game Plus difficulty done at 10:30 that morning, and I finished my Impossible playthrough like 3 or 4 hours later. I was actually sitting there talking to Wick when I did that. I beat Impossible 4 times at this point. But if you look, I got the first trophy, which is this one, on February 4th. I got the platinum on February 8th. Kind of like it took me a little bit longer than the original Dead Space. Hey, Blackout, hover over Destiny and give me a taste. All right, man. Now give me a second. I'm gonna check out my Dead Space trophies because I remember platinuming the Dead Space on PS3 quick, like really quick. Scroll down. Dark Souls trophies, BioShock, Fallout, Dead Space 2, Dead Space 1 right here. Here's the original Dead Space. Yeah, it was 3 days for the original Dead Space. Complete Chapter 2 on the difficulty setting. Get the platinum. I did that in a span of 3 days. And then there's Dead Space 2. Got that one. It took me a little longer. It took me like 2 weeks to get this one. And I think it took me so long because I think I died on my first hard to the core attempt. How many people have hard to the core? 2% have hard to the core. You love this Destiny game, man. There it is, Destiny. How many times have I beat the Dead Space remake? I beat it on Impossible 4 times. I did my initial playthrough. I did my New Game Plus playthrough. I beat it 6 times at this point. Hey, King of Weeps, thank you for the $1. I mean, like, but I've played probably through most of the game 8 times. No. I look at trophies as something to go for. Like, it gives me a reason to play the game. Like, I don't sit here and be like making my plans on like how am I going to platinum this game? How am I going to platinum it? If I like the game, I'll platinum it. If I don't like the game, I won't platinum it. I think the hardest platinum I've gotten so far, the most time-consuming platinum, is easily this one. Where is it at? It's up here toward the top. This one right here. As you can see, I got my first one in 2014. I actually platinumed it in 2021. But like, this game takes a long time to platinum, and it's mainly because of certain trophies, like this one. Like this one's much harder than it used to be, because like back when Final Fantasy X first came out, they had CRT TVs which had no delay, right? So like this Lightning Dancer was actually designed around TVs that didn't have a delay on them. Like all HD TVs have at least 1 millisecond delay time. So like you have even less time to like of a window to actually dodge the lightning. So like that's a lot harder. Mega Strike, no, that's not hard. You'll get that one. Like right here, this is the last trophy I think I got. Well, no, beating the game was the last trophy I got because I just saved it all. But Perfect Sphere Master, complete the sphere grids for all main characters. You see only 2.8% of people has ever done that. That's a fucking grind. Like I remember listening, I was going through my Mac Miller stage. I was just listening to Mac Miller and constantly just grinding and grinding and grinding in the Master in the Omega Ruins. You know, defeat Penitence, defeat Nemesis, defeat Yu Yevon. Look at it this way. More people have beat Penance, which is the biggest boss in the game, than they beat the fucking sphere grid. But that one took forever. There was another one that took forever too. No, I don't even know what he looks like, man. I'm more excited about getting back into Rainbow Six and having a team to play with again. It is almost the Elden Ring anniversary. Like it feels like it's time for Elden Ring to have some DLC. Like I've been waiting on the Elden Ring DLC. I got the Platinum April 4th, 2022. Not quite a year since the Platinum anniversary. My first... What was the first trophy that we got? 226. I guess it'd be that one. Defeat the Shard Bear. Godric. Oh, Morgott. 3-1. Hold up. Is that Morgott the King Morgott? I'm hoping they do some DLC and give us some more trophies. Because, like, From Software's bad about releasing DLC without trophies. Octorius of the Abyss didn't have trophies. None of the DLCs from, like, Dark Souls 2 had trophies. I wanted to go back and platinum this. I got to get back into it. But I like this game enough that I'm going to get Survivor. This right here is just my childhood. Duke Nukem 3D. I love this game on the 64. Like, me and my brother used to play this all the time on Duke Nukem on the Nintendo 64. So I had to cop the platinum on Duke Nukem 3D. Darkest Dungeons was a game I wish I could have got into. Like, that's a hard fucking game. Like, there's people that are masters at this game that it's just fun to watch. The Darkest Dungeon. I never watched the Darkest Dungeon 2 though. And then there's the achievement I've been going for a while on this one. Not that one. That one. Reach level 99 with a hardcore character. Look at it. 0.1% of everybody that's ever played the game has hit 99 on a hardcore character. 0.1%. It's rough. It, like I said, like for the average player, it's a 600-hour grind, and you got to be perfect for 600 hours. Like, trolls make fun of me because I complained to the guy that like player killed me on my necromancer, because like my necromancer was going to do it. Like, he was completely safe. Like, I was grinding. I was having a good time. I was hitting my second wind on the grind. He was level 96. It still says 96 now because I got a 96 level barbarian, which he's like off ladder now though, so it's hard to find people to play with. There's some other trophies I got to get, but like once you get that one, then all the other ones are just fall in line. 31 platinums, 203 golds, 895 silver, 3,637 bronze.